How many times have I walked up and down steps and not thanked God? Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome to this 5-minute power message entitled, What Would a Pain-Free World Look Like? When we moved to South Fayette in 2001, I noticed a farmer's market on Route 50 a couple of miles from our house. And I discovered a back way to get home on Parks Road, which involves a very steep hill. When I first saw that road, I said to myself, I got this. I'm going to ride my bike down and then pump straight back up. No weaving back and forth, just straight up. And I did it that year, and I got to tell you, I've done it many times since, and I feel a sense of accomplishment each time. So one day this spring, right after I turned age 60, I told Beth I was going for a bike ride to the farmer's market. She told me I was amazing and handsome, and would I please hurry home? Actually, she said, be careful, please wear your helmet, and remember there's an errand I need you to run later. That was on a Sunday afternoon. On Monday morning, I could barely walk. My knee was totally swollen. Using my old crutches that were saved from years ago, I slowly navigated down the steps. And as I descended, I did something that might be considered unusual. I thanked God. I thought about the previous 5,000 or so times I had navigated those steps, sometimes skipping down like a kid. And I never recalled thanking God that I could. But this time, on crutches, I thanked Him for the ability to walk and navigate steps, hoping that I would soon again do so without the crutches, and realizing that some people never would navigate steps. God spoke to my heart that morning, and it sounded like this. You know, Phil, in the absence of pain, many people rarely seek me, let alone thank me. But in the presence of pain, some people do seek and thank me. David knew pain in his life. In 1 Samuel 17, young David was running an errand for his father. He was bringing food to his brothers as they were preparing to battle the Philistines. And as David approached the battlefield, he saw a Philistine monster named Goliath, and he was talking smack on the armies of Israel and mocking God too. I'm sure you've heard this story. David called on God for strength, and then using his slingshot, he launched a lethal rock into the forehead of that big lug. Saul, the king of Israel, was initially relieved and grateful, but he became overtaken in jealousy when the women of Israel danced in the streets and they sang a new hit song. Saul has slain his thousands and David his tens of thousands. So David, the guy who served and saved Israel, soon found himself on the run from King Saul. They were hunting him down, Saul and his men, wanting to kill him. But this very real pain caused David to grow closer and closer to his God. There are 150 writings in the Old Testament book of Psalms. David wrote half of them, and some of his psalms share his thoughts as he was fleeing from Saul. I especially like this sample from Psalm 57. Be gracious to me, O God, for my soul takes refuge in you. And in the shadow of your wings will I take refuge until destruction passes by. I will cry to God Most High, to God who accomplishes all things for me. What David said in Psalm 57 is very powerful, especially when we know his backstory. Anyways, back to my story. Dr. Mike Shield diagnosed me with moderate to severe arthritis in my left knee. And after a cortisone shot and then 3 Synvisc lubricant shots, I've been doing much better. I'm able to do very light squats now, but the good doc advised me against riding my bike up steep hills. Hey, I'm just happy I can navigate the steps again. If our world was pain-free, would we seek God? Would we worship God? Would we thank Him? I think not. But the Bible implores us while on this earth to walk by faith and seek after God. He wants to be very real to us in times of prosperity and also in times of pain. In heaven, we'll walk by sight. We'll be in the physical presence of God. We'll be absent from all pain. That's what our pain-free future looks like. But until then, in our painful present, try thanking God and let pain draw you closer to Him. Thanks for watching this 5-minute power message. What would a pain-free world look like? We have many other messages that can be viewed on our website, philhenrypowergospel.org. Hey, please find and like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Phil Henry Power Gospel. Hey, please leave comments and share us. And until next time, may God bless you and empower you.